Simanyi wakyajjawo sessions nga za mirundi ebiri mumaliriza Like I was saying, in return, 500 just wait, we now go to our collage. As you know, as you know, that was the answer for the agenda kuwambozanya kikadde wali wagamba uyo bamala bamaze nomala nengatto ate omusajja koko wawakolo wavudde namulanda kujaana okuseka gwe wali ogamba gwamuwa geema ate gwosaba What is tournament? What is Zimbabwe? Now. Yes. Other Zimbabwe, they have replicated you exactly. When I get them so for the we know about the message in the education. So by default, you have to
All right, good evening, viewers. The match between Dan Mubiru and Laban Ariho is probably the last time streaming tonight. As the tournament comes to a break, also there is music that is starting in the background, so I have no option but to stop with this ongoing stream. Laban Ariho, the guy that is lighter skinned, is leading 3-1 against Dan. Dan, for your information, is the guy that eliminated the Caesar from the car comp. From the National Open Pool Championship, it was a round of last 16 and the match did end 6-0. Till the last match, this one in the round of last 64 men's category. So 16 men are coming back tomorrow and matches are starting at 9 a.m. East African time. 3-1 Laban leading against Dan. Laban is all smiles, by the way, even at his seat. I don't know how he will be should he win this match. Once again, this one is going to be the last match I am streaming tonight. There's coming up is another session of ladies only, but because the venue is starting playing its music, of course, for the usual customers outside the pool fraternity, I will not be streaming when the music is playing. The other option is to stream muted stuff, but I don't think it is very ear friendly. It's not very entertaining to you. Sonic Energy, you want to say that these two are from Entebbe Road? Not really. Laban Ariho from Entebbe Road, yes. Dan Mubiru, not really. Maybe not at all. He comes from the area that is called Nakulabi, near Kasubi, in Kampala. This tournament has participation of maybe all of Uganda's best players and some of Zambia's finest players. Two of them, that is Moses Mafia and Kelvin Fikoti. In tomorrow's events, in tomorrow's games, they will be fully in participation. Yes, both of them did win their first round games by walkover. Then they defeated outright their opponents in the second round. So I think tomorrow for the men's category, they will be starting at the round of last 32. Then ladies will be starting at the round of last 16. I'm suspecting that by around this time tomorrow we shall be having semi-finals and then finals later after. Dr. Spencer, thank you for watching. You say you still wonder how Dan punished Caesar. Yeah, things happened. It was 6-0, man. The biggest competition in the land. But in the biggest competition in the land today, another big surprise is about maybe pending, as Laban Ariho now leads 3-1, and yet he's seemingly going for a fourth year. Remember, it is a race to 5 in 55 minutes. I'm not so certain how much time is left. I've been advised by the umpire that power went out, so the system that times these matches automatically goes back to 0 when power goes out. So the solution by the umpire is to let these guys play the rest of 5 to completion without factoring in things like time. That is the information I'm having as of now, unless I get some more information from umpire Kim Kirunga, unless one of the officials did time the start of this match. Sometimes when the stream started with 0-0, it can be very helpful because YouTube, Facebook, and all internet automatically times its videos. There is space between Laban's yellow and the jaw of that corner pocket on the bottom right for Dan to pass his black, and indeed he passes it. A frame that has been more painful to Laban than joyful to Dan. It is Dan Mubiru 2 and Laban Ariho 3. Momentarily I'll be muting, then I'll be coming back with sound when music is a little bit lower. So guys, those of you who are in and around Kampala, we are at Lamour Bar and Restaurant in the trading center of Kansanga. Tomorrow is the D-Day. Today is pretty much separation of men from the boys. Then it will be men versus men and women versus women tomorrow, all the way up to the final. 16 of these players will be getting cash prizes. There are also important ranking points for the Polar Station of Uganda. It's a ranking tournament, remember, the last one of the year. And for men's category, I can almost say certainly that Joseph Kasozi will be ranked number 1 next year. He's going to be taking the position that has been occupied by Caesar this year because he has accumulated more ranking points than anyone else. If I'm not mistaken, it required Kasozi to lose in the earlier rounds and the players that are right behind him, like Habib, to win the competition. Of the players that are so close to him in the annual summation of ranking points, maybe Ibra if he wins, but he missed one competition when he was at the World Heibo Championships. Caesar also missed another. In another, he came second to Joseph Kasozi, and then the National Open, he didn't go past round of last 16. So I will say 95% sure I am that Joseph Kasozi will be ranked number 1, irrespective of what is the outcome of this competition. And then ladies category, that one is done and dusted. Marion Chisache, the girl that is normally called Anka Sheila, will be starting the year 2025 as Uganda's new number 1 female seeded player. And yes, Amina Faith Nganda second, and if I'm not mistaken, it is Rita Nimosima third and Rukia Naiga fourth. Big changes in the rankings of these players. It is just my opinion that sometimes these rankings are okay, they are good for some opportunities, like not playing qualifiers of big events like National Open. They also have first priority to be invited for the national team, but sometimes it's more academic than realistic. Because Polar Association of Uganda, just like any other ranking bodies, they rank in events organized by the association only. But it's not as if it is the association which organizes pool only. Actually, the majority of pool does not have the association involved whatsoever. And it's about 70 to 80% of the matches these guys play which don't have any association's involvement. The same way, the Tanzanian player Amadeus is ranked number 1 in Africa officially by the All Africa Polar Associations today. It's that association which ranks players, and they rank according to the events they organize only, and they only organize one event now, which is the All Africa Pool Championships, which happens only once every 2 years. So the player retains that ranking position for 2 years. And when you come to think of it, that Amadeus is Tanzania, is the Tanzanian in Amadeus is Africa number 1, it is a little bit academic than realistic. That's why it is good to have a high ranking position, but if a player is ranked lower, in my opinion, it is just that. Laban Ariho going for a 4th. Should have been him going for a 5th. Had he not become complacent losing the last frame. The guy has become quite a decent player nowadays. He owns Laban's Arena in Namaland alongside Entebbe Road. I normally do go there to stream monthly comps. About around an hour from where we are. So he's getting very good training from his own tables. That is why his game has improved so much. He also qualified for the grand finale of Uganda's National Open Championship, Laban, and if I'm not mistaken, in the quarterfinals for him to qualify, he beat one of the best players from the region, that is Caleb Mahire. Now here he is. I don't know if that will be okay, because his option now is to try and put that yellow ball. He's looking at to the corner pocket on the top right, but white ball must follow the yellow for him to put black to the center pocket, also on the right. Also has to avoid double tapping. White ball must have top spin for it to follow the yellow. It is on target. Top spin follows the yellow. Accurate shooting from Laban Ariho. And Dan Mubiru has conceded the frame. Maybe because he knows in his mind it's a time tournament and knows that Laban will put the black anyway. It is 4-2 for Laban against Dan Mubiru. I've been advised by the umpire, that is Kim Kirunga, that while PAU went down, the match is still timed and it is 12 minutes to go. The umpire has also advised me that one of the players has not been very truthful in terms of updating the scores. He did not tell facts to the scoreboard keeper. None of these players is leading 4-2 against the other. Actual score is 3-3 and with 12 minutes to go. I'm sorry, the scoreboard was flipped according to the update that was given by Laban himself. The umpire, whose opinion is the one that matters most, maybe it is the only opinion that matters, has advised that the score is 3-3. That is why you are seeing the scoreboard reading as it is. That makes this frame very, very crucial. A big likelihood that whoever wins this frame could probably be winning this match. I don't know if there will be enough time for the loser to play catch up unless they play very fast. Anyway, the update, thank you for watching. You're asking if Caesar is out. The answer is no. He's into the round of last 32. There have been no big surprises yet. The only big name that has fallen victim in the early round has been Habib Sebuguzi. He lost out to Yuda Sembos Dembaba. For the others of the big guys, Joseph Kasozi, Mansour Caesar, Computer, Ibra, they are in. Another big victim, by the way, is Dog City. There is now an argument between the player and the umpire about the running scores. I did start the live stream after about 2 frames had been played, so I only used the scores as Laban, the player, told me. Now there is an argument between Laban and the umpire Kim Kirunga about what the score is. Now we are being given that it was indeed 4-2. We are also being given that Dan has pulled one back, which makes it 4-3. I'm sorry for this miscommunication, guys. It makes me look unserious, and I don't enjoy it, but that's what it is as of now. I started streaming 2 frames into the match. I used the scores as was communicated to me by Laban, one of the players. Then later in the match, the umpire told me a different score. And then when Dan Mubiru was finishing the frame that he has just finished, Laban told me that it was actually 4-2, which he agreed with the umpire. And when Dan finished the frame, that is why you can see that the score has been flipped to now 4-3. Laban leading. I'm being advised by the umpire that the whole of 9 minutes are left. That is more than enough time, most especially for Laban to win a fifth. If he does, then the time will not be played to completion because the rest will be done. But Dan needs to win 2 frames in a row and needs to win them pretty quick. Big disadvantage for him is that Laban is not only shooting better, he has better positioned balls, the yellows. Thank you for watching Ndungu Mogure. Maybe it's like Laban was not lying, eh? Yes, because there has been agreement between him and his opponent and the umpire that the scores are now as you see. In the meantime, Dan Mubiru, the guy that is about to kill right now, needs to win 2 frames in a row in about 8 minutes, or else his tournament comes to an end. And it seems he has this clear red frame. Maybe we could have a decider. Yes, we could. And if by the elapse of time the players are drawing, then we shall have penalties. That is penalty spots. And on this page, I have already streamed one match that did end in penalty spots, which is best of 5. Whoever puts more balls after 5 shots is the winner. That is if time elapses with the players drawing, most especially if there are very few balls left, if there are more than 6 balls left on the table. Dan Mubiru seems to have gotten himself snookered. As Laban laughs at him, it could be a snooker that could knock him out of the tournament unless he does something special here. Seems to be finding the red. I don't know if it will be enough. He's talking to the umpire to show him how much time is left. I think it should be around 7 minutes or so, or 6. It can only be crucial for Dan if he can win this ongoing frame, and Laban plays defensive, but not defensive enough, because Dan can put that ball to the corner pocket on the top right. Shouldn't play safety. No safeties, no defenses. That is not necessary whatsoever. Try your luck. Make a sharp cut of that ball to the corner pocket. If it goes through, you most likely win the frame. That was a little bit ill thought. White goes in. Dan celebrates spotting of the white ball as if he has won the match. He shouted on the top of his voice. When the white ball got sunk, you can see the smile on his face. He's a very, very experienced player, Dan. Don't take his size very seriously. He has been in the Ugandan pool league system for the last 15 years and still going strong. Has played with the clubs like Chadalu, those names, Big Zone, Icon, Samona. Here he is now, drawing 4-4 in about 5 minutes left. I think that time is enough for these guys to play this frame to completion. So this frame will be a decider. Unless one of them plays what we call touch, playing not to pot, and then we have speed pull. Sorry, and then we have penalties. Otherwise, it is done for. And Laban 4. We have a decider. When you see me silent a bit, you know that I am muting the microphone to keep the page safe from music copyright infringement. The guy has got to put white ball on the break. Sorry, to have the white ball jump off the table on the break, leaving an open table and leaving a very surprised Dan at how lucky he has been in the latter stages of this match. Dan 4, Laban 4, decider. Yes, they have enough time. The umpire has advised me they have enough time to play this frame to completion. 4 minutes is too much time for them not to put at least 5 balls. Remember, unless it is more than 6 balls on the table, excluding the white ball, is when we have speed pull penalties. And when you see Dan in attack, you know, and he has 5 minutes so far, you know that they are not watching penalties this time. We are watching a frame that is being played to completion, and a frame that may be played to completion most likely by Dan Mubiru. With all of his experience, which is in its double figures of years. He played with Chadalu Pool Club, that name. In 2010, that's when he played in the Uganda Pool League system for the very first time. I believe he'll be playing that red ball closest to him, having a bounce of the white cushion off the cushion, just like that. Accurate shooting, all as a consequence of Laban Ariho having the white ball jump off the table when he was breaking. How good will this white be? It is so close to the black and very close and close enough for Dan to put his black to the center pocket on the right, having to control the white ball not to put it. White is safe, black is in, Dan comes from behind and wins. And look at the banter between him and his opponent. They have a moment of laughter, but maybe Laban just tells him that I will kill you another day. Thank you for being a very nice audience. Let us meet tomorrow 9 p.m. for the round of last 16 ladies category and last 32 men. Thank you. Ayala Ivan is asking if Caesar is still in. The answer is yes. Yes, we'll watch his games tomorrow. I wish you a very wonderful evening and may the Almighty God bless you.